Hello friends, welcome to HR Box channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about gender equality. So we will start a topic based on the three questions. What is gender equality? Why gender equality? And tips to improve gender equality inside your organization. So question number one, what is gender equality? Gender equality means men, women, boys, girls, and all genders enjoy from same rights, same opportunity, and same protection. Question number two, why gender equality? Mainly there are two reasons that we need to have a gender equality within our organization. The first reason is that gender equality will prevent the violence against all the genders. That is the first reason. Reason number two, according to the recent research, 50% of the population is women. So assume if we don't have a gender equality within our organization, so it means there will be a huge negative impact on the economical growth of a country. That is why we need to have gender equality within our company or within our organization. So how to improve the gender equality within our organization? Mainly there are 7 steps you need to consider to improve the gender equality within your organization. Tip number one, create a gender equality policy within your organization. Friends, the first step, which is very necessary, is to have a clear gender equality policy to your organization. Step number two, train the managers, work with the managers that how to implement this policy and how to discuss this policy among their team. Friends, it's impossible to implement the gender equality policy within your organization if you give this responsibility to only 1 or 2 people. For example, in some organizations, there are gender equality director or gender equality manager. And it's impossible for them to implement this policy among all staff or amongst all employees. So the only reasonable way is to discuss with the manager and to motivate the managers to implement this policy among their teams. Set a weekly meeting with all the managers, or at least once a month, to encourage the managers to implement the gender equality policy among their teams in regular basis. Tip number 3, find the domestic violence. Friends, having the gender equality policy, it doesn't mean that your job is done. So you need to talk with the manager, you need to work with the manager that how to find the domestic violence. It means they need to work with an employee to give them feedback if any of them seeing any domestic violence, whether it could be physical violence or a verbal violence. You need to find out and note them down. Tip number 4, reject racist attitude, like being zero tolerance. Friends, write down in your policy that if you see a smallest racist attitude, that would be a zero tolerance. Tip number 5, help women to gain power. Friends, one of the secrets to consider gender equality is to give this opportunity to women to be on the senior position. Tip number 6, create a clear reporting feedback mechanism. Friends, you do have a policy in place and you already train your manager to implement this policy, but still you need to have a reporting feedback mechanism, because there are 2 main reasons why you need to have this mechanism. The first reason is once you are writing the policy and once you complete the policy, it doesn't mean that your policy is perfect. So you need to open a door for a feedback. It means maybe by passage of time, but first year, second and third year, there might be some changes, there might be some issues removed from your policy. So without having a feedback, you wouldn't be able to find this issue within your policy. That is why it's very important that you need to have a feedback report. And the other reason is that if you don't have the feedback reporting mechanism, the employee will not trust your policy. They will believe that you have policy, but it's only a document. That is why I'm requesting you to have a feedback reporting mechanism. Thank you very much, friends. Don't forget to like, share, and comments for more videos.